Good day guys, back again in my art lab mode. I'm just doing a little bit of testing on a few things I picked up from the shop today, just little gadgets that I thought I'd give a go. But of course, we'll just see. I've got two canvases here. One is the one you see in front of you right now, which is the 20 by 25. And I have got a round canvas, so I'm going to just start off with doing I'm going to do a colourful swipe starting from the top on this one. We'll just see how we go. I've got all paints that were pre-made up for the pours that I've done over the weekend and the big canvas that I did over the weekend. So I have the paints, still have a fair bit of paint left, so I'm going to do my experiments with them. So just doing a stripy thing here, stripy going down the canvas like so. Ooh, okay. So that they're all Mont Studio acrylics. I've said it several times, you can get them in Australia from my online link underneath the video, and you can also get them in the US, and the links for the US and Canada are underneath. And there is one of the guys that follow my Acrylic Art by Jilly Cube Facebook page has set up a UK acrylic pouring Facebook page, because he said they seem to be forgotten, which we don't, we want everybody to enjoy this for sure. Okay, that. Just gonna, I will be trying some tips and tricks on this when I've, as I go along. I'll say as I go along, so. Okay. So it's just a nice basic pouring onto here, onto your canvas. So I'm going to just do, you know that I don't normally do linear. I always crisscross my colours. Just want to try something. We'll see how it goes. All of this paint was made up with my 70%. I will show you. I need to get a cloth, sorry. Have to bear with me. Yeah, I made up I pre-make my paint 70-30. My recipe is also in the drop-down box. So this is the clear PVA craft glue. If you're in the US, you have the opportunity to use the Helmar's glue all, which is brilliant, equally as good. I'm finding the clear craft glue is drying, makes the colours dry really vibrant. So two little things. That was my, what I'm gonna, just this last bit, it looks really black, but it's actually dark navy that I make up myself. So as I was saying, the recipe for my pouring medium is in the bottom underneath this video. I always put the pouring medium recipe because I get asked all the time, so please look there before you ask me where it is. And this is with the Mont and the Mont glue, and I just put one drop of the silicone oil in the each cup and stirred. Okay, I'm going to do a swipe. Did I want to try something before I swipe? I might try this. Before I swipe. If it doesn't work, I got this brush today, and it is a pet shampoo brush. So the idea is that you put shampoo in there, and when you're bathing your dog, you're using this brush. But I just thought, wonder what these little nodule brush things will do if I do either silicone or I do milk paint. I did see, I'm not sure of a surname, I know it was Sam, do something similar with, she used these skewers to dip in silicone. So I might have a little go at pouring some of my silicone into a container quickly, so I can dip that comb in. I'm just going to see if I can create a chameleon pour. That is a lot of silicone. Where's that silicone? Normally lasts me ages. So I just want to see what it comes out like. If it's not very good on this particular one, and then I'll swipe that black down. But I just want to see if this brush, I've done this with milk paints, but I haven't actually tried it with something like this. I'm not sure. Well, no, I don't think my silicone's working, because don't the little silicone dotty things come up straight away? Alright, I don't think that's working. Okay, I'll go to plan B. My milk paints I know work, so we might try my milk paints. Got some mixed up here. I'm going to try the same thing that I'm basically doing there, but with my milk paints. I'll put my milk paints into another container. So this is a thing, you keep all of your disposable containers, you just can use them over and over again. You just keep washing them. You can just use them in your paint method. So I'm going to just add a bit of water to that milk paint because it has gone a bit thick. I'm not sure if it matters that I made this milk paint up. I did have it in a little airtight container for over a week, but it might, I'm not sure if it works after a week. It was, like I said, it had a lid on, it was in an airtight container. So this is milk paint, and it's the Folk Art milk paint. My supplier where I get my gear from sell this online too, so just see how this goes. If not, we will, okay, just want to see what kind of, I'll just go right in the centre there and see what kind of effect. Okay, that middle bit is not giving the best effect, but look at that. Okay, so what I need to do is, I wonder if I can take that off, but I'll just try around the edges and not, I'll just go on the edges. Just wanted to see what kind of effects it gives. Just looking for new, I mean, it is developing quite nicely into a honeycomb look. So the milk paint in this particular experiment works better than silicone, and then you haven't got all that silicone floating on your canvas to worry about. So that's interesting in itself. Yeah, I just wanted to see. Interesting. It's a bit messy in the centre, as you see, but it's kind of looks like a bumblebee here in the centre. Looks like a bumblebee, so it's just, yeah, it's got some really interesting cells. I might take a few photographs of those. Okay guys, that's not floating my boat at all. Maybe a different style, maybe. I mean, it's given some interesting, it definitely looks like a honeycomb. It's given some interesting, but I'll work a bit further and think a bit more about that particular brush. So it's that bit in the centre. Maybe if I can take that whole thing out, because I could use that on its own. but I will. Where's my swipey tool gone? I will give it a swipe and see how we go with swiping the whole thing. Ooh, okay. That's gone really weird. Really weird. That's not gone at all like a glue and water mix. That's gone like a Floetrol. I'm wondering if now that this last bit of dark navy, I actually put Floetrol in it and not my glue, because that is definitely like a Floetrol. Oh goodness me, I've got some really crazy things happening in this. I've got a big worm, if that's what you want to call it, being polite. It's really just gone, yeah, like fracturized is what you call fracturized, or, but yeah, it's gone a bit crazy. No, don't like that. So we might pour that one and see, just take a bit of that black off and see if we can make anything good happen in this tragedy. Which I will show you my tragedies along with the masterpieces, to show you that we all have good days and bad days, and especially me that loves to experiment and try things. I just accept now that I'm going to have the days where not everything works. I took my gloves off too. That's a crazy. That is definitely, I think that very dark navy was made with Floetrol because it's given, that's not a glue and water mix. That's not what the paint reacts like with glue and water mix as your pouring medium. That's definitely Floetrol, crazy Floetrol cells. Like, okay, let's see what I can do with that. Don't think, try me baby balloon, like, you know, the balloon fixes everything. Just see how it goes. Well, we'll go on to plan B with the circular canvas that I've got. So, I mean, that is beginning to look pretty, so I might only just balloon kiss the top here, just so I've got this sort of landscapey thing happening. It's looking okay. I know that, like, this particular look lots of people do like, because it's not like anything else. It's, you know, certainly individual. And I might put that aside and allow it to dry, and then I'll bring you back to this. And in the meantime, I'll set up my round canvas and I'll do a spiral starburst pour.